What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. Now let's get down to the situation. So Kandi basically got on her speak on it, and she wanted to speak on the situation between Porsha speaking on it on Instagram and Nene using Porsha and Porsha being used by people. So she went in on a situation. So we're going to get down into it. But one thing that was clarified is that the ladies were on a group text and they were talking about change and doing something for Black Lives Matter as a collective, but they didn't really know what to do. Basically, Kandi Burruss says that they wanted to ask True Original for a donation, and Kandi was like, a donation? I don't need no donation. And so Kandi basically, had a bigger idea, and the bigger idea was to go to Bravo and basically have a list of demands and things that she want to do that can help the culture and the future. So that's good. That's a kudos situation. But at the same time, you were having these conversations with these ladies. And if you have a bigger idea, a better idea, that can really change things too as well, you sometimes you got to teach people. Sometimes you got to show people some things that they don't know. But Kandi had a bigger idea, and she went to Bravo and she, demanded some things, and it came through, and she was surprised and she was happy, and she shared it with the girls. And basically Kandi said that she never benefited at all. She didn't get no money. They did not use her production company at all. She was an EP, executive producer on the show. But the thing about it is, Kandi said that she's already has executive producing credits and producing credits, so it was no big deal. But it would have been nice if you could have invited the girls and say, hey, listen, I am going to Bravo and I got this is the demands that I want to do for the upcoming generation. But what do you guys want changed? What are some things that bug you about the network? Like maybe daycare for Kenya Moore, maybe, hair and makeup and things of that nature. Because some of the ladies have to pay for their hair and makeup, and a lot of them don't have money, like Sidora. Because she has a tax lien on her house. She owes $60,000. She's just new to the situation. She ain't been working like that. So it's a situation. Cynthia Bailey is not paid like that. She don't got money like that. She's trying to get her money from Peter. So, some certain things, it would have been nice if they were able to work together. Kandi was able to accomplish what she accomplished, but then also ask the ladies, what are some things that we can change, that we can do? Okay, if we don't like the way that we're produced, the things that are shown, they should be able to have a say in the editing. And that would have been something they could have, came as a group together and see if they could have changed it. But in any event, Kandi did what she thought that was best for her. And she did not invite the other girls to know her idea of going to the network. But in any event, Kandi is still pissed. And Kandi believes that Porsha Williams was shading her and talking shit about her. And she also believes that, Nene Leakes used, Porsha Williams. And also, Kandi Burruss said that it seems like Porsha Williams always befriend people that she ends up getting into it with, and then they also end up putting Porsha on blast. So in any event, Kandi Burruss is saying that Nene Leakes put Porsha Williams on blast. Them text messages, they should have never got to the blogs. They should have never got to Michelle Brown. In any event, Kandi Burruss is very upset about the situation, and she just feels like Porsha is possibly shady as a mother sucker. Because why would she say, I feel like Porsha always befriends people I end up getting into it with? But she stopped herself and she said, get into it with. But then she said, end up getting into it with them. So it is what it is. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. So Kandi Burruss, basically, she starts off with the situation of addressing the situation of Porsha getting on Instagram and actually doing a speak on it. And then that's when Don Juan was like, yeah, she did a speak on it. Do she know speak on it is trademark? It is registered. So Don Juan was being shady, baby. Trying to let people know, Porsha, you're using, Miss Kandi Burruss speak on it, and that's a trademark situation. So you guys let me know about what you think about Don Juan being shady about that situation. And also, Kandi Burruss says that she finds it quite interesting that Porsha Williams did a speak on it on Instagram and didn't come to her and do the speak on it, because they could have hashed it out. They could have talked about the situation, and plus there has been an invitation to Porsha to come on speak on it. But in any event, it didn't happen. So now, when it comes to Kandi Burruss, she wants to talk about the situation with the deleted scene and also the text messages. So when it comes to Kandi Burruss, she just really feels like, Porsha Williams and, Tanya Sams were shading her. And she basically said that she went online and she saw something that Tanya Sam wrote that was shady. But Kandi Burruss said that she didn't know it was towards her. Later on, after the text messages was released and things of that nature, she realized they was Tanya Sams coming for her. And she didn't even know. I was like, Lord have mercy. What's going on? But she ain't got to worry about Tanya because Tanya is MIA. She done disappeared for the scene. She disappeared from the show. She is gone. So what Kandi wanted to express when it came to the Black Lives Matter situation and also the scene that was being filmed where Kandi confronted Porsha and then Kenya Moore jumped into the situation to basically confront Porsha too as well. Kandi Burruss is saying that she did not approach Porsha Williams to attack Porsha Williams or to ask her or question her about Black Lives Matter. Basically, what she wanted to do was ask her, why is she letting people shade her? Because Kandi Burruss felt like she was being shaded. Kandi Burruss felt like she was being disrespected. Point blank, period. That's how she felt about the situation. And when she seen Porsha, she wanted to have that conversation with Porsha, basically to say, like, why did these text messages, get to the blogger Michelle Brown? So she's feeling a certain type of way. But she said it had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It had to do with her being shaded, and Kandi Burruss feeling like she was being shaded. And basically they used the blogger, allegedly, this is what Kandi Burruss is saying, that they spoke through the blog and the blogger was shading Kandi and just talking about her bad, and she didn't appreciate it at all and she felt really bad. And then also Kandi Burruss is basically saying, Nene put you on blast. So basically showing the text messages, Nene taking a screenshot of the side conversation of the side text messages and, giving them to Michelle Brown. Basically, Kandi Burruss is saying, girl, you was shaded, you was played, and she was very upset about the situation that Porsha Williams allowed herself to be used, because whatever she said to Nene Leakes, whatever she said to Marlo or Tanya Sams and their side conversation, not all of it was posted online. But Kandi does say Michelle Brown has all the text messages, the full text messages, and also the side conversations. And Kandi Burruss is saying all the side conversation between Nene, Marlo, Tanya, and Porsha, all that was not posted online, point blank, period. So basically she's saying there's some bullshit going on. Porsha's playing games and she only posted half of the messages because she's saying that the blogger Michelle Brown is also has more detailed information, and that's how Kandi figured out that it was all the text messages that was happening with the ladies that was sent to Michelle Brown, and basically Nene Leakes did, and she's saying like, yo, look what your girl did. Your girl done played you. Your girl done put you on blast. Like, that's mad messy. That's a messy situation. That's a sticky situation. And she's going in on the situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. And she's saying, Kandi Burruss is saying at the time when there was a group text, Nene was on a group text, so was Eva Marcel. Everybody was on a group text because at that time, they didn't know Eva was not coming back and they did not know Nene was not coming back. So in any event, Kandi Burruss said this happened like around June. And then she said the blogger got online and was basically, Michelle Brown disrespecting her and only showed one side of the text messages and not all the text messages. So basically, Kandi Burruss is calling foul on the play. She's saying the text messages that was posted up there ain't all the text messages at all, because there's a private thread and all the messages in the private thread was not posted online. So basically she's saying we are not getting the full information and Porsha's out here lying. So it basically tells you that Kandi Burruss did not believe that Porsha wasn't talking shit about her. She believed that Porsha was being shady. She believed Nene was being shady. She believed the blogger was being shady. She just believed totally all the way around that Porsha was being shady towards her, because she said in the beginning, of her speak on it, that it seems like Porsha always befriend people I end up getting into it with. So now if Porsha is chilling with Nene and Kandi don't get along, and then all of a sudden you see these text messages online, these private text messages, the private thread of the ladies online, your girl put you on blast. So basically Kandi was trying to school Porsha and tell Porsha, you getting played out here in these streets, girl. They put you on blast. And Kandi feels like Nene Leakes took the screenshot of the text messages and gave it to Michelle Brown, basically to let everybody know that the girls are not really effing with Kandi like that, and they're not too happy with Kandi, going behind their back and basically not including them, and the situation with the email with Bravo and actually getting things done. Kandi said that she has a friend over there at the Bravo network that she's really cool with, that she have worked with other projects with, and she contacted that person and she got everything that she deserved. Now imagine if she would have got everything that they needed. They got some health insurance, better trips, better buses, and also being able to have producing credits, be a part of the editing, and also have break times and babysitters and things of that nature, and also getting the husbands paid, or your boyfriend or your significant other paid on the show. Like, why should the husbands work for free? Why should the boyfriend work for free? Why should your bestie work for free? Like, everybody should be getting paid because you on the set, you're being filmed, your likeness is being used on TV, and the network is making money off the situation. So if it's the husbands, it's the friends, it's the best friends, they all should be getting paid while they on the show too as well. But in any event, it is what it is, because they could have did a whole lot together. Kandi could have got the things that she wanted accomplished, and then also added the girls in to get what they wanted to get accomplished too as well, and Kandi would have been teaching them, and therefore they would have been teaching other people, and Kandi would have been teaching everybody how to work together with people that you might not necessarily like or get along with, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we all black, so let's do this, let's work together as a team, let's be close, let's handle this. We can go back to fighting and arguing any day, but we can actually make some changes for other reality TV stars that are entering the realm of reality TV, because we have heard plenty of reality TV stars complain about the network that they work for. So this could have been a change, a really big change, but in any event, Kandi did what she thought that was right, and she got changed. And she also bragged about having the first black lady to do the physical producing of a show that Kandi did with her PSA, and basically it went well. And most black production companies are not approved by Bravo, and she was the first one, and Kandi was instrumental in that situation. And kudos to Kandi for handling your business, thinking outside of the box. As Kandi said, the ladies were talking about a donation from Truly Original, and Kandi was like, I don't need a donation. You know what? I'm going to do something separately. She could have included the girls. It would have been just like black love, especially at the time with the uprising and seeing them all together. And also, Kandi Burruss put it in there that they were not going to have Porsha Williams a part of her PSA that she did. And Kandi said that she went down there to the producers and everybody else and said, why isn't Porsha on the list? Porsha should be doing this PSA. And so, she went down there and basically saying Porsha has a grandfather that was a part of the civil rights movement. And also Porsha has been very, active in getting justice for black people. So she went down there and she was, fighting for Porsha to be on that PSA that she did. And she said, basically Porsha was saying that, I was involved in Kandi PSA, but Kandi basically saying she wasn't originally. She had to get her on the list, because Kandi said she was looking at the list and she didn't see Porsha Williams' name, and she knew something was wrong with that situation. So she went out there, bulking for Porsha to make sure Porsha get on the PSA, and she's speaking. She's a part of the situation because she appreciates what Porsha does. And she said Porsha, talked about her and her speak on it like she wanted to support Kandi, help Kandi, be with Kandi, not in that type of way, you know what I mean, not in the dungeon type of way, but she wanted to, Porsha wanted to support Kandi. Kandi said that she has supported Porsha, and she did support Porsha to make sure, that she was on that PSA. But in any event, Kandi Burruss is saying that, the situation was shady. So when Kandi approached Porsha Williams about, the text messages, she was approaching her not about the Black Lives Matter, but about the situation of Nene Leakes using her, the blogger, making fun of Kandi and shading her, making her look bad and trash talking her and talking about her was a problem and was a situation. So she had to approach, Porsha Williams about the situation. And that's when Kenya Moore jumped into the situation and basically was like, how can you be upset? How can you be mad at Kandi when she's actually doing something for Black Lives Matter? And she's actually trying to, change things and help things. So why are you being upset? You just want to be the face of it, Porsha. And, Porsha and the rest of the ladies, if they want to feel a certain type of way about the situation, I believe they have a right to. Not hate Kandi, not despise Kandi, but also like, damn, why didn't you, include us? Because we had some things that we could have did all together. Because basically when it comes to Nene, Porsha, Marlo, and Tanya Sams, and, Kenya Moore was a part of the original group text, it'd have been like them coming together as a team and showing unity. And that's what we need. Even though they fight, they argue and being shady, if they show the world unity among each other, if you can do unity within your circle and then go outside and make change too, where it's at your work environment where so many people view you and watch you, that would have been even excellent. That would have been even off the top. They would have really shook up the game, and they would have been they would have been the best friend. They're already the best franchise on Bravo, but they would have set precedent for other franchise and other people that are working for different networks if they group up together and become a team, because there needs to be a union. Kandi's pretty much set. Kandi doesn't have to work ever again if she doesn't want to work again. But you can't say that about all the ladies and everybody that ventures into reality TV, because when you first start, everybody don't got the money, for makeup, hair, throwing lavish events and things of that nature. But in any event, let's move on. So basically, Kandi says she was pissed about the situation. She was pissed about the blogger. She was pissed about Michelle Brown. She said Michelle Brown was shading her and dissing her. And she also says that all the text messages were not shown. So therefore, there's some bullshit going on. There's some lying going on. All of it wasn't shown. The group text messages and the side thread text messages, half of the side text messages were shown. And she basically said when she had the conversation, with Porsha Williams, and they talked about it, Porsha said that you wasn't meant to see it. So basically, Kandi saying Porsha said I wasn't meant to see it, mean that Porsha wasn't sorry. She just was like, Kandi, you wasn't meant to see that situation. And it wasn't Porsha's fault that the situation went to Michelle Brown, the text messages, and it got out there, it leaked. And in any event, Kandi Burruss said that she was not going to put the email or CC it to the girls or put their name on it, in the heading, because so many times her text messages and group text messages have been exposed to the public. So she did her shit on the side, on the low, and got it done, and then told the ladies. And she said they seemed like they were so happy. But she realized that the other girls, Nene and Tanya and Porsha, wasn't so happy. Marlo wasn't happy about the situation, but Marlo stayed quiet, in my opinion. But in any event, it is what it is. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. And she's basically says, Kandi is saying that these text messages are not all that is. She's saying there are some cut out and we didn't see it all. So then she wouldn't be able to show us the side conversations, but she can get the side conversations from who? Marlo. Because Marlo is beefing with Porsha. And maybe Kandi is saying that all the text messages on the side conversation hasn't been shown because, they only put half of it out. But if any event, can't she get it from Marlo? Because, Marlo got the tea and Marlo is ready to expose Porsha. She can't stand Porsha. She would do anything. So that might be another storyline when next season comes, they might have Marlo's text messages to prove maybe Kandi's point, or maybe to just leave it alone. But I know it's going to be a storyline for season 14 if we get a season 14, baby, because them ratings are low. So we gonna see if Marlo's gonna come through with the side text messages, the side thread that it was Tanya Sams, Porsha Williams, and Marlo Hampton. So I know Marlo Hampton still got it because Marlo Hampton been saying she got receipts for days. So did she show Kandi the receipts of the thread, that she was involved in with Porsha and Nene Leakes? Because Nene Leakes and, Marlo Hampton was cool at the time. But as we know now, Nene Leakes and Marlo Hampton, they're cordial. They're high and by if they even see each other. They're not close at all, point blank, period. Their friendship has withered away. But in any event, I was like, damn, Kandi want to clear her name. Kandi must really feel a certain type of way. She want to get this situation out in the open, and she did her own speak on. And plus, Kandi ain't going to waste no time, talking about what she need to talk about, especially if she wants to. She's really pissed that she was called Terry Crews, Kandi Cruz. She was called a coon. She's really upset about being called them names. So therefore, this is why she is out here. She was going to let it go. But once Porsha did this situation and did her speak on it, then she had to jump in and speak on the situation. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And basically, Kandi feels like, Porsha got herself involved in a situation where she got effed over and she got played, and Porsha usually gets played and get manipulated, and she just basically tried to bring it to Porsha to say, hey, listen, you getting played out here in these streets. People are using you, and they're putting you in a situation, putting you, in a tight spot, in a sticky situation. And also, Kandi Burruss basically spoke about the situation where they should have cut out Kenya Moore, which we all said, Kenya Moore talking about Porsha Williams and her activism, because they cut out the conversation where Kandi confronted Porsha and where, Kenya Moore jumped into the conversation basically to call out Porsha Williams to say, you're not really about Black Lives Matter. You are out here just basically want to make a name for yourself, and you wanted to be in control of the situation. And basically, Kandi Burruss is saying that, Porsha let Nene Leakes use her, and Nene Leakes used you, and it's all messed up in the situation. So she's feeling a certain type of way. It is what it is. So you guys, let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, And also, Kandi said, I felt there were other things that needed to be done, and I would be doing. I wouldn't, like she said, she felt like there was just so much more things to be done than to ask for a damn donation, because she don't need a donation. So that's why she wanted major change, and then she wanted upper change. And so that's why she went over there to the network, and she didn't know it was going to, offend the girls. Yes, if you guys had a conversation about trying to do something together and putting ideas together, but you came up with a better idea, and you didn't include the girls, of course they're going to feel a little salty, but not that they hate you. They're probably going to look out and say, you know what, let me take it easy when it comes to Kandi, because she might just be for self. But if you say that, she's not totally for self, because she has a lot of things going on. She's getting Black production and producing companies that does the physical work involved in Bravo. She's getting interns that are Black. Hopefully she said Black in her documents and not minorities, because if that's the case, they ain't gonna hire no Black people. And there's a lot of things that she got approved. There's a lot of things that she got done to help the future generation come up. So kudos to her too as well with that situation. But Kandi basically was like, y'all, them ain't all the messages. There are some things left out, because Kandi doesn't want to look like she's salty and she came after Porsha for no reason. So basically she's saying that, oh, listen, don't be fooled. Don't let them pull a wool over your eyes. They was coming after me, and they shaded me, and they try to make me look bad and make it seem like the rest of the girls ain't messing with me at all. And then they put them text messages out there basically to dog me out, make me look bad. And she's really pissed about the situation, and she is not okay at all. I was like, damn. So Kandi has been holding this shit inside. She's been holding the inside, how she feels. She really feels that even though Porsha, text Kandi and tried to tell her, hey, listen, me and Nene was not talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. Here are some of the text messages. I wouldn't dare disrespect you. She's not trying to hear anything that Porsha Williams is saying. And whatever Porsha Williams did say, she didn't believe her at all, point blank, period. Because if she did, you know, she wouldn't have been doing a speak on it. And Porsha wouldn't have did a speak on it if she felt that Kandi, believed her, because it all stems down to the Vulture article. And basically, when it comes down to the Vulture article, and Candi's basically said that they came to her and asked her questions. They already got the information. Maybe they got the information from Kenya Moore, or whoever else. But she said basically she was just commenting on the situation of what happened, what went down with, a deleted scenes and the text messages. It was already told to her from Vulture, and she basically just answered the questions. So she was not trying to be shady, because Porsha Williams said on her speak on it, you need to, clear the situation up. Kandi felt like there's no situation to clear up, Porsha, because she felt like you was in the wrong, and you were talking ish about her. That's how she feels, point blank, period. So in any event, Kandi keeps going on and on and on, and basically saying Porsha said to her that the text messages were not meant for her to see at all. And she also talked about the situation where Kenya Moore approached, Porsha Williams, and basically it was only to talk about the shit that was being talked about Kandi Burruss. Because Kandi Burruss felt like, Michelle Brown calling her not Tom Cruise, calling her a coon, and Kandi Cruz, basically, she felt like, they could have all been a part of the situation. She felt like it was really bad, and she wanted to approach Porsha about that because she was upset. And that's when Kenya Moore jumped into the situation, and then there it goes on and on and on. But Kandi's basically saying that we did not see all the messages at all, point blank, period. I don't know how she feels like we didn't see all the information unless she's seen the text messages from Marlo, or somehow she saw what she saw. But she's saying basically what Porsha put out there on Instagram or her speak on it was not everything. So we are not seeing everything. And she also says that, Kenya Moore felt hurt about the situation. Like, damn, how you gonna do Kandi like this and talk about her? Because she was getting Kandi Burruss has been getting dragged, and she's been called the Uncle Tom and all types of things of that nature. It is what it is. So you guys, let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. And Kandi's mad. Kandi was like, yo, y'all calling me Kandi Cruz? Kandi is pissed, yo. Kandi is upset. And she wanted to clear the air. She wanted to speak on it today. I was like, damn, Kandi. And Kandi was like, y'all still didn't see all the text messages. I was like, Lord, it is what it is. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. Peace and love to my peeps and my peoples. And we're going to have a discussion about this later on my other channel. Peace and love.